What is going on, guys? It's Mekabre back with another Destiny 2 video. In today's video, we are going to be covering a lot. Okay, so Season 13 started. For those of you who are under a rock right now, live under a rock, I don't know what's going on if you didn't know. But it came out just this past Tuesday, the 9th of February. And we got a lot to talk about, so let's dive straight in. But before we do, okay, we're going to talk real fast about this goal of subs that I had set up for you guys, right? So, for those of you who don't know or aren't necessarily paying attention, we are currently sitting at 27 subs. Yes, that's right, 27 subs. Okay, we need to get to 30 by the 16th. If we do not hit 30 by the 16th, well, we'll see. Maybe I'll extend the goal, maybe, but as of right now, I'm not going to. I'm not planning on it. What is this goal, you may ask? Hit that 30 by the 16th, and I will be live streaming here on YouTube maybe once, maybe twice every week, Thursday, Friday, maybe the weekend. I'm not sure yet. It's up for debate, but we got to hit that 30 sub before we can do that, okay? So come on. I know out there that like 40% of you guys that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so what are you doing? Please take the time out of your day just to scroll down real quick, tap that sub button, turn on the bell notification. Quite simple. All right, now let's hop into the goodies. Let's real fast cover some of the weapons that are introduced and some of the important ones. Okay, from the Dreaming City, we have reissued weapons such as the hand cannon Waking Vigil, the rocket launcher called Sleepless, scout rifle Vouchsafe, shotgun Retold Tale. All these weapons are being reintroduced, and from them, I'm not sure exactly what I'm most excited for because 140s aren't meta, and the Retold Tale shotgun's actually pretty decent, so that's probably the only thing I'm super excited for. Now let's move on to the moon. We have the pulse rifle Premonition, the rocket launcher Heretic, the shotgun Blasphemer, and the sniper rifle Apostate. Premonition is the special exception here. You can only get it from Pit of Heresy. All 8 of these weapons have new perk pools for those of you who know exactly what I'm talking about, so you'll be able to farm them from the 2 planets. The exotics that have been added for this season, we have Tiku's Divination, as well as a new Tex Mechanica quest. And this is a confirmed scout rifle, as you can go to the collections page under the exotic tab, then go to ornaments, and scroll down finally to the scout rifle section where you will see an unknown ornament for an exotic scout rifle. Leads us to believe a new Tex Mechanica scout rifle. We do not know exactly what this quest will be, and we don't know when it's dropping. Now let's go on to the seasonal weapons, and some of these are absolutely cracked, while others are just okay. We have a sidearm called Brass Attacks, a linear fusion rifle called Threaded Needle, the sniper called Far Future, the rocket launcher called Code Duelo, correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, the bow called Imperial Needle, and the SMG called Extraordinary Rendition. All of these weapons, honestly, are pretty solid. I really like the SMG and the bow. Those are by far some of my favorite weapons. Now let's move on to the Trials weapons. We have 3 new Trials weapons, while some of the old Trials weapons, such as the auto rifle, the scout rifle, and the sniper rifle, are being removed, with the fusion rifle, the rocket launcher, and the shotgun. I think that's just it. Those 3 sticking around. The hand cannon called the Igneous Hammer is new. Additionally, the pulse rifle called the Messenger is making its D2 debut, seeing as how it was an old D1 pulse rifle, and the caster frame sword called Sola's Scar. Now, sword trials, kind of controversial. Odd that they added it. As for the pulse rifle, that is 3 wins this week. For those of you who don't play a lot of trials and you're unsure of whether you can get to 3 wins, no worries. Head over to Saint 14 down in the hangar at the tower and pick up the 2 weekly bounties. Just the first one, I think, is what has the engram in it. And all you have to do at the bare minimum is lose 10 games where you get 0-5'd every time, and you will get a singular messenger. It's really good. I myself, as you'll see in this background gameplay, have one with Desperado. It also has Zen Moment, and oh my goodness, it is amazing. Moving past that, we have the Iron Banner weapons that will be reissued, the SMG called the Multi-Mac CCX, and the Pulse Rifle called the Time Worn Spire. The Nightfall weapons in these are Nightfall exclusives, the Auto Rifle called Shadow Price, the Heavy Machine Gun, the Swarm, and the Hand Cannon, the Palindrome, okay? The auto rifle is the current week. So from the 9th all the way until reset on the 16th is Shadow Price. This is the only drop as far as I know. I have not seen any palindromes. I have not seen any swarms. I have seen Shadow Price. If you have one or the other and for whatever reason, tell me how you got it because I would like to know. As far as I know, it's just Shadow Prize. The likelihood of dropping these weapons increases as the difficulty of said nightfall increases. Additionally, the chance of getting one or chance of having it drop increases based on the medal you receive at the end of it. Platinum will reward, the highest likelihood that you'll get this. Now let's go on to the core playlist weapons. We have two in each area. We have the crucible weapons such as the sidearm, the keening, and the sniper rifle Frozen Orbit. Frozen Orbit is very, very similar to her Benevolence for those of you who played D1. We have strike weapons such as the heavy rocket launcher called Royal Entry and the pulse rifle called the Third Axiom. And then we have our gambit weapons with a 120 hand cannon that is energy called the Bottom Dollar and the fusion rifle called Trinary System. Additionally, we have a quest for Ritual, Pinnacle, whatever we are calling it now, Salvager Salvo, it is a grenade launcher, and a rather easy quest at that. Now, the last four weapons that we currently have in our loot pool that are new slash reissued, we have a shotgun called Retrofuturist, we have a linear fusion rifle called Tarantula, a regular fusion rifle called Cartesian Coordinate, and a scout rifle called Eternal Blazon. Although Eternal Blazon will not appear in your collections, and it is odd because of that. Those four weapons can be dropped anywhere in the world and from several different types of engrams. Those are the weapons that are new this season, and honestly, I am so excited that we got so many new weapons. Let's move real fast past some of the weapons, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of these changes that you may or may not have noticed about the season and some things I think you need to know. Let's jump in first with some small changes, but yet important ones. In comp, you are no longer at 6 lives on each team. You are back down to the 4. It is before Beyond Light. Essentially, nothing changed. Ignore the changes Beyond Light had with it. Past that, the meta, as we Crucible Sweats call it, right? I'm not including myself in that. I should not have said we. Pardon me. The meta for Crucible currently is still 120s, however, scout rifles and pulse rifles are still having some sort of say in it, and you are seeing a lot more bow usage purely because of TQ's divination. For those of you who do not know how to use TQ's divination, well, this is a great tie in. First, you're going to want to auto aim, do a hip fire draw, it will auto aim for you, release to fire. Targets that are hit will slightly glow red. Then you are going to want to ADS and make sure you hit a precision shot. On that shot of glowing targets, it will deal massive amounts of damage because they're currently debuffed called something flame, sacrifices flame, or something along those lines, and it deals an insane amount of damage. There you go. Now, moving past that, the new seasonal activity is called Battlegrounds and allows you to go to a new place at the tower called the Helm. If you're unsure how to get there, well, it makes it quite clear on the quest when you first start, but if you forgot, it is on your tower, or it is in the tower director on that map. It is in the top left-hand corner-ish, and you can select it and click launch from there. At the helm, you are able to upgrade. I highly recommend that you follow this upgrade pattern. You're going to want to start with the middle one as you have no choice, and then go to the right. Each time you increase your reputation at the table, you get one upgrade. As you can see, it's a 3x7 or something along those lines, and honestly is pretty straightforward. How you get reputation is a new thing additionally as well. For reputation in this case, you are going to need to complete the weekly challenges. The first few weekly challenges of every week will drop a reputation for this war table. Now, last thing I would like to discuss real fast is the reintroduction to Umbral Engrams. Umbral Engrams, for those of you who do not know, were back in Season 11 and dropped crazy loot, allowing us to focus them and farm for god rolls at a much faster rate. Now, what's different this season? In order to upgrade higher tiers of focusing, you need to get certain kills on certain weapons and participate in the Battlegrounds activity. Once you've completed these two things, or multiple things, as in the case of just starting, and once you've done that, you'll be able to more specifically focus your Umbral Engrams to get the loot that you would like. Whew. that is a lot, and I hope you guys truly got it. I tried to make it as fast and as streamlined as possible. The script for this one was a little bit long-winded, and I apologize. For those of you who are watching this video still, please, 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 if you're not already, sub down below. I would very, very much appreciate it. Be on the lookout for not a, my new Crucible loadout, because I have a feeling it is going to be different than what it was last season. I'm sorry, it just is. I found a weapon that I'm in love with. I can't tell you what it is. I can't. You'll find out in one of the next videos here. So make sure you click that bell notifications, and that so that way you know you are notified when a new video comes out. I put videos out every Tuesday, every Thursday. Also, for those of you who are curious, we have a podcast coming out this Monday. Yes, and it will be with some guest stars that you may or may not have seen before. Vito Noble and Jazz Keefall will both be appearing on this podcast again. We'll be talking about some Destiny stuff this time, don't worry. We will be doing some Destiny stuff. In the near future, though, I do have plans, possibly a D&D podcast coming up. Not us playing D&D, but talking about it and just, like how it is a hobby. It's nice to release stress that way. And we'll talk about that in the future. So don't worry, that's a little ways out, but I figured I'd just drop it now. Remember to subscribe, like, comment down below. How are you guys liking this season? I am loving it personally. With that, I have nothing left to say except get back to grinding, you crazy guardians.